Vikings, let's win the game!
Vikings fans, brace yourselves for a roller coaster of updates that'll ignite your passion for the purple and gold. We're diving deep into the heart of Minnesota's 2025 season, flipping the script by starting with the final piece of news, and working our way back to the first, delivering every juicy detail with the same fire and intensity you love. From a decision that's left the team second-guessing, to a bold move that could redefine the defense, a quarterback ready to carve his legacy, and a takedown of rumors that've been swirling around the fan base. This is the Vikings story you need to hear. So, grab your horns, crank up the excitement, and let's unpack these game-changing developments that are setting the stage for an unforgettable season. Let's kick things off with a move that's got Vikings Nation buzzing with both regret and reflection. The departure of safety Cameron Bynum, who's now inking a massive 4-year, $60 million deal with the Indianapolis Colts. Really, this isn't just a roster change, it's a decision that could echo through Minnesota's future like a thunderclap. Bynum, a 2021 draft pick, wasn't just another player. He was a homegrown gem who evolved into a defensive cornerstone, snagging 3 interceptions in the 2024 season alone. His knack for reading plays and shutting down passing lanes made him a fan favorite and a critical piece of the Vikings secondary. But when the team let him walk, it raised eyebrows and sparked heated debate. Anthony Miller, writing for the Viking Age, didn't mince words, warning that this could be a missed opportunity that haunts the franchise for years. The Vikings secondary, already stretched thin, now faces a glaring gap at safety. Sure, legend Harrison Smith is back for another season, but at his age, the clock's ticking, and there's no clear heir apparent. Miller points out the looming crisis. With a tight salary cap projected for 2026, the Vikings might be forced to roll the dice on a rookie starter next season, a risky move in an NFL where passing attacks are more ferocious than ever. Imagine facing the likes of Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen with an untested safety. That's the kind of gamble that keeps coaches up at night. Bynum's exit isn't just about losing a talented player, it's a wake-up call about the team's long-term planning. The Vikings' ability to counter aggressive offenses could hinge on how they address this gap, and fans are left wondering if this financial decision will become a lesson in valuing homegrown talent. Could Minnesota have avoided this by prioritizing Bynum over other moves? Only time will tell, but for now, this choice is a sore spot. A reminder that every roster decision is a high-stakes bet in the NFL's relentless chess game. Shifting gears, we turn to a potential game-changer for the Vikings defense, a move that's got fans and analysts alike buzzing with anticipation: the pursuit of veteran cornerback Rasul Douglas. With Stephon Gilmore and Shaq Griffin gone to free agency, Minnesota's secondary is looking like a puzzle with missing pieces, and Douglas could be the key to solving it. At 31, this former Packer and Bill brings a resume that screams impact: 79 pass deflections and 19 interceptions over his career, not to mention a leadership presence that rallies locker rooms. However, to Viking, his potential signing isn't just about filling a gap, it's about elevating the Vikings defense to a new level. But here's the catch. Douglas is projected to command a 3-year, $36 million contract, a hefty price tag for a team already bracing for a salary cap squeeze in 2026. To make this work, Minnesota might need to pass on signing a veteran backup quarterback, a risky trade-off that demands strategic vision. Douglas's appeal goes beyond stats. His mid-2023 trade from Green Bay to Buffalo left him frustrated, and his blunt response to a fan on X, "Don't think that's happening, man," when asked about returning to the Packers, shows he's ready for a fresh start. That trade didn't just shake the Packers' locker room, where Douglas was a beloved leader. It highlighted his value as a player who can change games and inspire teammates. For the Vikings, landing Douglas would mean more than just a new cornerback. It'd be a statement of intent, a signal that they're serious about fortifying their defense against the NFL's top offenses. But the financial hurdles can't be ignored. Balancing a big contract with future needs is a tightrope walk. If Minnesota pulls this off, Douglas's experience and playmaking could transform the secondary, giving fans hope for a defense that doesn't just hold the line, but strikes fear into opponents. What do you think, Vikings fans? Can the team afford to make this bold move, or will the cap force them to look elsewhere? Now, let's talk about the future of the Vikings offense, because all eyes are locked on J.J. McCarthy, the young quarterback stepping into the starting role for 2025. After a knee injury wiped out his rookie season, McCarthy's not just carrying the weight of expectations, he's got the hopes of an entire fan base riding on his shoulders. With Sam Darnold out of the picture and no veteran backups to challenge him, McCarthy's on a high-stakes stage, but Minnesota's betting big on his potential. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk summed it up on July: "Anything short of a total disaster will secure McCarthy's spot for 2026, and at worst, he'd face a veteran competitor next year. That's the kind of confidence the Vikings are showing in their young star, and it's not hard to see why. McCarthy's got an arsenal at his disposal. Justin Jefferson, a certified superstar, and Jordan Addison, a rising talent who's turning heads, form one of the NFL's most explosive receiving tandems. Pair that with head coach Kevin O'Connell's offensive wizardry, and you've got a recipe for fireworks. The Vikings' passing attack ranked among the league's best last season, and with McCarthy at the helm, 2025 could be a season of high-scoring, highlight reel plays. The pressure's on, no doubt. Stepping into the QB1 role with no safety net is a tall order, but the setup couldn't be better. McCarthy's got the tools, the coaching, and the targets to make magic happen. If he can sync up with Jefferson and Addison, we're not just talking about a solid season, we're looking at the start of a new era for Minnesota, one where the Vikings offense becomes a nightmare for defenses across the league. Fans are already dreaming of long bombs and clutch drives, but the question remains, can McCarthy seize this moment and prove he's the franchise quarterback Minnesota's been waiting for? Vikings Nation, are you ready to cheer him on? Finally, let's clear the air and tackle the rumors that've been swirling around the Vikings like a Minnesota snowstorm. As the 2025 season looms, myths about the team's prospects are popping up everywhere. But it's time to set the record straight. First up, the idea of a mandatory regression after last year's stellar 14-3 record. Sure, the Vikings slipped in 2023 after a 13-4 season in 2022, but 2024's success wasn't a fluke. They ranked 8th in the NFL for point differential, outscoring opponents by 5 points per game on average. That's not luck, that's a team firing on all cylinders. Next, there's the chatter about the Vikings' 2 back-to-back games in Europe being a disadvantage. Not so fast. With a global fan base that rivals any in the NFL, Minnesota can turn those away games into a home field party, leveraging their international support for a strategic edge. Then there's the claim that the Vikings are pegged as an 8.5 win team, especially after losing Sam Darnold. Don't count them out. Kevin O'Connell's proven he can work miracles with any competent quarterback, and last year's results back that up. Finally, the talk of a brutal schedule looms large, but the NFL's a fickle beast. Teams that look invincible in July can crash by November, and the Vikings' 14 wins in 2024 show they can handle the toughest challenges. These busted myths aren't just a reality check. They're a rallying cry for fans to focus on the team's strengths and potential. As Minnesota gears up for another thrilling season, it's time to ditch the doubts and embrace the facts. This team is built to compete, and the 2025 campaign could be one for the ages. Vikings fans, which of these debunked rumors has you most pumped to see the team prove the skeptics wrong? These stories, from a painful roster regret to a defensive star in the making, a quarterback ready to lead, and rumors put to rest, paint a vivid picture of a Vikings team at a crossroads. Every decision, every player, every strategy is a piece of the puzzle, shaping not just the 2025 season but the franchise's future. So, Vikings Nation, what's got you fired up the most? Is it the sting of Bynum's departure, the excitement of Douglas's potential, McCarthy's big moment, or the myths getting crushed? Your passion, energy, and loyalty are the heartbeat of Vikings Nation. So, let's keep that energy going. Share this video, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button for all the latest Vikings updates. Stay tuned. SKOL Vikings, let's go!